Hello friends. So today I'm going to show you how to create EC2 instance in AWS. Okay. So this is our first steps once we learning in EC2 instance. Once you're learning AWS, So this is first steps like how to create first instance, EC2 instance. Okay. So I'm going to show you practically. So you have to log into the AWS Management Console. So go to the in Google and then type AWS Management Console. Okay. Once you type this one, then this link is showing here, right? AWS Management Console, Amazon Web Service. Click on this link. Okay. So once you click on this link, then this page will be appear for you. So suppose if you have account AWS account, then you can go and log in. Okay. If you don't have an AWS account, then you have to create that one. So you have to go to AWS Management Console, sign up, and then create your account. So Amazon, like AWS, needs some basic information like your email ID, contact number, permanent address, PIN code. Okay, so once you give this all the information, then you click on the next. The next page, then Amazon will ask your card details, like your credit card and debit card information. So you should have to give that information. Why? Because Amazon have to validate your account. You know, so once you give that all those information like credit card information or debit card information, then Amazon will be detect 1 rupee from your account. Okay, so no, don't worry. So Amazon will be refund also that amount after validation. So it will take 48 hours to validate your account. Once your account is validated, then Amazon will refund that rupee, which 1 rupee is detected from your account. Okay. So as of now, I have already, okay, yeah, one more thing. So like once you're creating that account, free trial account, that is valid for 1 year. That is a free trial. So you can play with that account, like you can create instance and, so different. So in that account, that limited service are free. Okay, like not all the services are free. So be careful when you're using all the services. You should have to understand that is a free service or not. Okay, so that's why you watch my all AWS videos. So I will tell you which one is a free and which one is the not free. Okay, so I'm going to log in my account. I have already that free trial account. I already created. Okay, so here, so now, okay, once you come to this, page, so this is the, like, we can say in a like console page, AWS console page, we are going to log into AWS console page. Console page means, that all the server related information, I can say that all the infrastructure related information like storage, networks in Amazon, so it's giving one platform, so where all the informations are available. So that is the Amazon console. Okay. So Amazon console, when you going to log in, that is the root your user ID, your mail ID. When you're creating account, right? So that time you're giving one mail ID. That is your user root ID for AWS console. Okay. So I am going to use my root account here. That is my mail ID. Next. Yeah. So here you can give your password. Yeah. Now you can see once I give the password that my console is logging now. Yeah. So you can see now my console is came, and like once you log into your console, that look like this. First time. So you go and you can customize also as per your requirement. You can customize. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to create my EC2 instance, right? So you have to click on the services. Now you can see all the services are which one available in Amazon, all are listed here. Okay. So I'm going to create my EC2 instance. So then you have to click on the EC2. Okay. Okay. So once you click the EC2 instance, so then one second. So now page look like this. So it will show the running instance, how many running instance, like that, security group, load balance, everything will be so like this. Okay. So as of now, you can see like no instance is running, zero, right? So no instance is running. So I'm going to create a new instance. So yeah, so you can click here and launch instance. So before you clicking here launch instance, you should have to understand like your instance where you creating means in where you creating means in a which region you creating. Region means nothing like a country. So I will explain you in a next video like what is a region and what is a zone. Okay, so no need to worry that one. So so you can see all the region is available here. It's listed here. So I'm going to choose in North Virginia zone. Sorry, region. Why I'm going to choose North Virginia uh, region? Because this is a very old. This is an old region for AWS. I can see this is the first region for AWS. Okay, so all the services are available in this region. Okay, so then you click on the once you select the region, then you have to click the launch instance. Okay, and depend on the region of I think price that the price is also vary. Okay, so I will tell you in the next video. Okay, so like then you have to select here a template. Why I'm telling template? This is the AMI. Okay, Amazon machine image. AMI. Why I'm telling this is template is because AWS already created few templates with particular like customized template. I can see not very customized template like customized template means like the CPU, memory, and hardware things. So as per the template, AWS also already created few templates, and that templates AWS giving the from scratch. In that template you will not get anything extra apart from the OS information. If you need any things you need to install, you have to manually install all those things. Okay, so these are the templates. Okay, so I'm going to select here Amazon Linux. Okay, that is 64 bits. Yes, fine. Now you can see once I selected the template, Amazon AMI, Amazon Machine Image, then you can see now in the next page, here it's telling choose an instance type. Means these are the instance type. So T2. So in this whole AWS course, so I will select only this T2 micro because this is a free tier instance. So I will select this one, and once my work is done, then I will terminate. So I will suggest you also, you can go and create this instance and T2 free instance, and then you can work your work. You can done your work, and once your work is done, then you can terminate that instance. Okay. Okay, so that is also some certain period of time. If you create instance and you not shut downing, like 1 month, 2 months, like that, then it will be chargeable for that one. Okay, so like once your free validation, that it's completed, then it will be chargeable. Okay. So T2 means for the general purpose. T2 when T2 is for general purpose. You can see M5. M5 means that is also the general purpose, but application server. That is application server. Now if you go down. See now you can see here R5. You know. So R5 is a memory optimization. So it's used for that one memory initialize app and DBA. Okay. Now if you go down, so now you can see something C5 also is there, right? So C5 is a compute optimized. It is used for the CPU and it is CPU like so like many types of types are available here. So I'm going to select the free tier. which one is a T2 macro. Okay. Now you have to click here the next configuration instance details. Okay. So in here you can see that you have to give the information. So number of instance. So like if you want to give number of instance like at a time you want to create 10 instance. So you give 10 here. So automatically 10 instance will be created. So I'm just going to create one instance because this is a demo purpose. Okay, so I'm going to give here one. Then here the purchase option. So like if you want to export instance, then you have to click here. So that the request will send goes to the AWS team. So they will validate and they will you like give the export instance. So what is a spot instance? If you want to know about that one, so I will give that link in the description because I already prepared already one video in my YouTube channel. You can go and watch that one. Okay. Network. So as of now, I'm going to take by default all those parameters because this is for demo. And in this course, AWS course, I will cover all those. That's why in the initial video, like if you go to the first video, I already told. You know, I told you guys like I will give you all those information about the AWS. Okay. So like how to create VPC, how to create subnet, each and everything. So I will explain you another video so you can understand. Okay. So as of now, I am going to select here by default whatever the parameter. Okay. I'm not changing anything. Okay. So fine. So now you can go down. Now you can see a spot behavior. So if you see a spot behavior is showing a stop. If you change it terminate, it means once your system will be like if you're putting a shutdown, then system like ACT instance will automatically terminate it. You know. So I'm not going to choose that terminate option. I'm going to choose a stop option here. Now, stop hibernate behavior. So I will explain you in next video. When I will upload the next video, I will explain this parameter. What is this options? Okay. Now you can see enable termination protection. Okay. So I'm going to choose here protection. Okay. This option. So I will tell you what is the meaning of this enable termination protection. Okay. Okay. As of now, I'm going to just click here monitoring. I will also not explaining right now. I will next video once I will upload a CloudWatch video. That time I will explain you. Okay, I'm not going to click here as of now because this is chargeable. Okay, so like so all those rest of the thing you can leave the by default. Okay, now you go to the add storage. Now you can see if the add storage means write a root volume that 8 GB Amazon by default is giving that hard disk have SDDC G2 GP2. So once I will come in like a volume part, then I will explain you what is GP2 SDDC. Okay, no need to worry that one. So and then this volume is not encrypted. You can see it's not encrypted. So I will also show you how to encrypt the volume, root volume, and any like volume. Okay. If you want to add any extra volume, you can go to add new volume. You can see here you can select your volume type and then device type and size which like device types you want. You can select here and then okay. So as of now I'm not going to select here because I'm going to just for demo purpose I'm going to show you. Now click on the next tag, add tag. Okay, so add tag means I can say that you're giving a tag, you're giving it some name. Some name means like suppose if you have more than 100 servers or 50 servers, okay, and if you're not tagging, if you're not giving any name, it's not easy to identify that server is for which purpose. So very difficult to identify. So you should have to tag, tag name. So I'm going to tag here. I'm going to give value name equal to name equal to which machine. This is which machine. So I'm going to give a test machine. Okay. So if you have like application, you can give app. If you have DB, you can give DB. So as per the requirement, you can tag it. Okay. Now next. So here you can add your security group. As of now, I'm going to select by default, like creating security group. I'm not going to change anything here. Okay. So I will explain you also. I will prepare one video for security group. In that video, I will explain you what is a security group and how to create that one. Okay. If you want to add the rule, you can click here and add the rule. Okay. So I'm not going to add any rule as of now. Then review and launch, you can see. So review and launch means once you give all the information, then you can go and review, you know. So review, like if suppose if you're giving the by mistakenly something wrong, and if you want to add, you can add it here, you know, this in this page. Okay, so as of now, I'm not going to add anything. I'm just clicking on the launch instead. Okay. Now it's you can see you have to select like key if you have already. If you don't have, if you first time user, then you have to create a key. Okay, so I'm going to create a new key. Okay, and then here I'm going to give that key name. So I'm going to my my test AWS. Then download. You can see it downloaded here. Now launch instance. Okay, so you can see here your instance are now launching. You know, this information is showing. So go down and then view instance. Okay, so you can see here my instance. You can see tag I given a name. Sorry, it's coming. This is the old tag, old instance. It will come. Let me refresh that one. I think already tag was there, so that's why it's not taking duplicate. Let me remove this one. So like if you're giving a tag, automatically it will come here. So if you once you create when you're creating instance, if you're not giving that time, you can assign here also. Like so, I'm going to test because in my condition already test was there, so it was not taking. Okay, so you can easily identify, right? If this is my test server. Now let me launch one more instance. So I will tell you why I'm launching more one instance. Let me by default T2 macro. Yes, here I'm going to enable termination protection. I'm not choosing here. I'm not clicking this box. Okay. I'm just add, add. By default, all the parameters I'm taking. My test, which one I just now I created, this key, right? Okay. Okay. Fine. So like you see this machine we created, right? So now it's you can see it's running. Okay. So now question is how to connect this instance. Okay. So you have to select your instance and then you can click on the connect. Okay. Well, when you're clicking on the connect, you can see like before connecting, let me show you one more thing here. So you can see your once you launch the instance, you have a test that name, tag name, and then instance ID. Which type of instance? You can say T2, and this now you can see that ability zone. So this instance in which zone, and this zone is a which region. So that region and zone I will explain you, then you will easily understand. Okay, in the next video I will upload, so you will understand what is the region and zone. Okay, as of now you can see this my instance is in this ES East E1E this in zone. It's my server is in this zone. Okay, so let me click on the connect and then you can see here three options are showing right for the connect instance. So I'm going to select here EC2 instance connect browser. This is very easy, you know, no need to download any extra software, nothing, right? Just click on this third option and then click on the connect. Yeah, you can see my instance is connected. Cool. Super. So, right. So this is very easy. No need to extra software. You can download. No need to download, and you can connect with the browser. Okay. This is one way. Now, question is like if you suppose some Windows user and they wants to connect that instance with the Putty. Okay. So how they have to work that one? I will tell you. So you have to download Putty software. So go to the Putty, this putty.org, and here you can download that software. So in my condition, I already downloaded. Once you download it, then Putty Gen one more software will be downloaded. Okay. So let me open the Putty Gen. So these two software you need to download. Okay. So I'm clicking on Putty Gen here. Okay, so once you click on Puttigen, so it's a key generator, you know. So we need to log in server through the Putty dot that we need PPK key file, you know. Without PPK key file, we cannot log into the server with Putty. Okay, so once you open this one, our key generator, Putty key generator, then you have to click and load, and then you have to select the path which one where this file is downloaded, my test aws pem. When we are creating instance, right, that time we created this key, right? So let me go to my download file. Here you can select all file. You can see it's showing here. Now you select open. Yes, now you can see that successfully file is imported. Okay. Now click OK, and then you click on the save private key. Here you make sure you have to click on the save private key, otherwise you will not able to generate the correct key. Okay. So here you can see once you're clicking the save private key, it's asking, are you sure you want to save this key without a password to protect it? Like when we are creating, we are AWS telling, not AWS, Putty generally is telling that this key is not a password protected. So do you want to continue without password protection? I said yes. Okay. Now you have to give here the name. So I'm going to give here name my test AWS. Okay. Dot here you have to dot ppk extension. Okay. So now you go and save this one, and then you can close this one. Now you have to copy this IP. You can see public IP. And now you go to the Putty again. Open now Putty this one. Okay. And paste it in the IP here. And then go to the SSH. Okay. And then auth. Then browse it. And we created this one, right? Just now with keygen, Putty keygen, right? So you can select this .ppk file and then open it and click on open. Super. Now you can give here your username. So suppose if you have Amazon, Red Hat, CentOS, you know, this kind of images, AMI, then you should have to give username EC2-user. If you selecting Ubuntu image, then you have to give username Ubuntu. This makes sure. If you give a different username, then it will be through error. Okay. So I'm going to say EC2 user. Okay, so let me check. I think EC2 user something giving wrong. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I given a wrong username. That's why I told you, right? So let me again go to the server, like Putty, and give IP here. Now select the auth. Now you select my test AWS, that key, which one we generated. Then click on the open. EC2 hyphen user. Now you can see it's connected, right? So this is two way you can connect your server HE2 instance. Okay. Now let me go to the console. Okay. So this is the console again, and now I want to terminate this instance. Okay, so let me go to terminate this instance. So go to the action option and click on action option and then instance state and then go to the terminate option. Yes, now you can see, yes, terminate. That option is not enabled for me as of now. Why? Because when we created the instance, that time we click on the enable termination protection enable, you know, we click that one. So this option, when we are using, suppose if you have some critical instance, and you want to protect that instance, by not you don't want to by mistakenly delete means terminate the instance. Terminate means delete the instance. Okay, so that time you have to enable that protection. So, like suppose some your team member came and by mistakenly, accidentally, that click on the terminate instance, and once they click the terminate instance, that instant will terminate it. Okay, so that's why. So if you that termination protection is enabled, then then again that one warning message will give. It's not enabled. Termination protection is not it's a disable for you. So you should have to first enable, then it will be delete. Okay. So in this condition, suppose if you don't want to terminate protection, then what you have to do? You have to go again, action item, and instance setting, and then here you can change termination protection. Yes, it's disable. Now if you go here and then you can terminate. Yes, you can see now that option is just showing here. Oh, cool, fine. Now, second instance also we created. In this instance, we not selected the termination protection, right? When we created. If you go to this instance, termination protection, see, you can see it's not that option is not disabled. It's enabled. So if by mistake, if someone go and click here, instant will be, deleted. Okay, so this is a way like we are creating the EC2 instance, but in this video I show you all the by default default parameter. But in the next like coming video, we will create manually and then we will attach that parameter to EC2 instance. Then you can easily understand. Okay. So I hope you like this video. So thanks for watching. Please comment, share,